Okay, 2009 Mazda MX5 Sport trim level. This is competition yellow. This is like one of 154 that were brought into the States in 2009. It was purchased by a gentleman in Florida who started setting the car up for hot street and track usage. He followed Goodwin Racing's 2007 build that they did with the supercharged engine. And in my video where I've gone over the engine, you'll know that it has a 2.5 liter. I think the car's got about 18,000 original miles on it. It's never been wrecked. And the engine that was just put in, the 2.5 liter conversion, which is very, very popular, has 13,000 miles on it. And it has some stage 1 cams and supercharged and some other goodies, which is in that video, so you can check that out. Let's go around the car a bit. As you can see, I've got louvers. It's been lowered. You know, it's got KW coilovers. It's been lowered. It's got the largest tires you can fit on here. The fenders are rolled on the inside. Again, big Willwood brakes, 12.88 rotors, and RX-8 components abound underneath. And again, that's covered in the separate video. I've got these hood louvers to let the air come out. Got a triple pass radiator in there from Goodwin Racing. They had it built custom with CSF. It's a beautiful thing to look at, but you can't see it. It's all polished aluminum. But there's never been really any heating or issues with this car at all. But we put that on just for longevity. So this, like I said, is a very, very well sorted car. Got a front splitter on it, tow hook. The lights were removed, and those are air ducts for the front brakes. This car has been to a lot of tracks, mostly in Florida and up in Wisconsin. Putnam's on there, a bunch of others. I have a list of them. And on the other side, for me, I've been to 3 racetracks here in the Ohio area. This has never seen snow, this car, ever in its life. It's perfectly clean underside, and I did an underside video so you can see what that looks like. The body's in good shape. Of course, it's got, you're on the track, so rubber hits it. It's got protective nose, plastic up here, not on the nose, but it's up there. There are, here and there a little chip or something, but overall it's a very nice looking car. Here's the other 3 tracks. For those that are savvy, you'll figure out right away what those are, especially mid-Ohio and Groton. Again, I have the large RX brakes and a lot of other things underneath there. Let's take a look. Get the key. Got a spoiler on the back, and then little shorty antenna there. The battery's back here in the back. Other than that, you've got the whole trunk. Nothing else really much to see there. But like I said, everything's in really nice shape. Now, I just laid this in here, but the car does have a 4-point roll bar from Hard Dog Racing. And then I put this leather cover on. That was custom made by them for me. And then I've got a petty bar that connects up here and connects. There's underneath the floor mat, there's a place that connects. You can take that in and out in just a few minutes. So if you want to have a second person in here, you can. Generally when I'm by myself, just for safety, I put that petty bar in. Everything's very strong. Mazda's got hardened places where you bolt everything to. So I have also added some stuff just from the street standpoint. The Sport doesn't come with some of the luxury things, so I've got a lot of different modifications in here that I've done. One is, and it came with these Caribbean seats, which are super comfortable and supportive. Now this has 2 belt setups. It has the standard harness that comes with the car, so you can use for street, and then it's got a 6-point harness. You'll see there in the floor, and I just set them down here, and then behind the seat there is an opening there where you can pull the shoulders out and run them through here. So it does have a 6-point Simpson, I believe, harness in it. Inside, a lot of changes that are here. Full set of instrumentation. You'll say, what is all this stuff, right? Okay. First of all, it's got an ECU Tech ECU, which is used to tune the car. And I have a dongle sitting down here, and that dongle allows it to talk to my cell phone. On my cell phone, I can log at any time when I'm on the track, look at DTC codes, put in custom parameters, have a little dashboard. Amazing piece of gear there. And then I've got 2 switches over here. One is for the fan for the intercooler. The other one is for the data acquisition system, the Race Logic, which I'll show you. As far as gauges go, we've got a microphone in here, couple of microphones, and that's a rev or the shift notifier. I think I've got it set at about 6,200 or so, and that's if you lose your oil pressure, that big red light comes on. Thankfully it never has. And then I put boost gauge up here, voltmeter here. All of the original gauges are hooked up and functioning, and then I also have these VDO gauges here for oil pressure, oil temperature, and water. I've got a $3,500 data acquisition system in here that comes with the car. It's called a Race Logic. It uses 2 1080p cameras. I have one pointed outside and one pointed at me, so I can see, how I'm responding in the car. And that is located here. And I've got a custom fan set on there to help cool that, so that you don't have to worry about it if it's completely shut. It takes an SD card, comes on automatically, will recognize the track you're on automatically. When I get the recording, it's 1080p recording. It'll show the track with all the overlays. I'm sure you're familiar with it if you're a track guy. But it's great quality, and I'll include a video so you can see how that looks. Now, this is a predictive lap timer, which is really cool. So this has a display where you can put up your speed. It will use a high-speed satellite receiver, which is sitting right above my head up here, another receiver that's faster than a normal satellite receiver like that you have in your car. And what it does is it will record how I'm going into turns, speed, how I'm coming out, and predict my lap times. It keeps my lap times. It tells me if I'm going into a turn either ahead of or behind the last time. It keeps my fastest time in that session. Amazing piece of gear. Race Logic is like at the top of the charts in terms of its capabilities. You can look it up and see, but I bought that last year. It's a $3,500 unit, plus that, which I think was 500 bucks. So a really cool thing. And then I've got a Pioneer. This has, will hook to your cell phone. It has navigation. So if you care about that, that's about $1,000 radio in there as well. Other than that, I put a new mirror in. So that mirror, comes on more of the luxury cars. So we have controls for the garage door, and then you have directional, north, south, east, west stuff. And then also I also put intermittent wipers in, again, because I was using this as a hot street car, fun car, and so I put in some luxury things. But it's a comfortable car to drive, and the inside, like I said, is very nice shape. And again, let's see if we can see miles. Let me turn this on so you can see How many miles? Sorry about moving around. I'm not a professional photographer. I could do that if I didn't leave the keys in the back. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the original mileage on the car, 18,542. I will start it up in just a second. The radio, as I mentioned before, is a Pioneer, and it does have Apple CarPlay, is what I was trying to remember. So if that matters to you, you've got about $1,000 radio here as well. So let's go ahead and start this up. Well, I can't be in two places at once, so it's not overly loud, but it has some bark to it. As I mentioned, the race logic, it won't show up good on video, but it's set as showing you mile per hour. But normally I have it on the mode where it tells you it's predicting your lap time. So I think that's it for the inside.